What's going on, everybody? It's me, Mr. Duckworth here, and today I'm gonna be telling you my Eastern Conference standings predictions for this upcoming season in the NBA. So, before I do that, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. Alright, so, again, like my last video for the Western Conference, I did 1 through 10, so that means 5 teams are not going to be making it into this list. I just decided on 10 because that's playoffs, play-in, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Alright, so the teams I have missing this top 10 list is the Charlotte Hornets, the Orlando Magic, the Indiana Pacers, the Detroit Pistons, and the Washington Wizards. Alright, I don't think they're going to be good enough to really contend for a play-in spot. There are two teams in there I think could make a run for it, and that is the Washington Wizards and the Detroit Pistons. But I don't see them making it, so there's that. Alright, at number 10, I have the Toronto Raptors. Team that's always very consistent. Has 2 all-star caliber guys in Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, and they also have Scotty Barnes. He's coming into his second year. They got some other good guys out there: Chris Boucher, Precious Achiuwa, Malachi Flynn. Some guys who are just ready to make an impact off the bench as role players. They're always very consistent, so I have them here at 10. At number 9, I have the Knicks. I think Julius Randle is going to want to come back strong after having a bad year last year. RJ Barrett's only going to improve. They got Jalen Brunson now. Still have Mitchell Robinson to lock down the D in the middle. So I think they're going to be pretty much at their peak this year, at their ceiling for this season, which would, their ceiling realistically would be around the 7 or 8 seed. I have them at the 9 seed. So at the 8 seed, I'm almost glad that Lonzo's injury situation is still a mystery. I know that sounds terrible, but for the sake of making this list, because then it would have just made things a lot more confusing, because really a lot of these teams are at the same level in the East, and it was very hard to rank this top 8. So with Lonzo's injury situation, it makes it a little bit easier to rank these teams. I have the Bulls at 8 because of Lonzo's injury situation. If he wasn't injured, maybe they'd be higher, maybe at the 6 seed, maybe even up at the 5. But he's expected to miss most of the season, so I have them at the 8. At the 7 seed, I have the Hawks. I think they're still a piece away from really being contenders. Of course, DeJounte Murray doesn't solve their defensive situation, but he sure helps. He's a very good defender, and he's going to improve their defense, not make them a top 5 defense, not a top 10, not a top 15, maybe not even a top 20 defense, but he is going to improve their defense while being a great distributor. Of course, young guys getting better: Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins still getting better. So I have them at 7. Now at 6, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm sure a lot of people are not going to be too happy with that, but Evan Mobley is going to miss some time to begin the season, so that's going to hurt their record a little bit. They have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, of course they just went out and traded for. They have Jared Allen, and they have probably starting at the small forward is Isaac Okoro. Yeah, they could easily be higher on this list, but I don't know. We haven't seen them all play together. With Donovan Mitchell, we haven't seen how he fits with the team. So I don't know. I just couldn't put them any higher on this list really. Number 5, I have the Heat. The Heat with Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Bam, Kyle Lowry. Really, their hole is the power forward on that team. And the only way they can fix it at this point is making a trade or starting Tyler Hero, which I don't think either of those are really that good of an idea, because Hero adds the flair off the bench that they need. And who are they gonna move that's not gonna affect them in a negative way? Because they either got guys that are worth a lot or guys that don't really have much value. So it's going to be difficult for them to end up making a trade. So yeah, I have them at 5. What I'm really looking for out of Miami this year is for Bam to be more aggressive offensively. I think that's what everyone's been looking for. Everyone that watches Heat basketball, I think that's what they've been looking for. Bam could be so much better of a player if he was more aggressive on offense, if he took more shots, if he took some threes. But, you know. On to number 4, I got the Brooklyn Nets. Now again, they could easily be up at the 1 seed or high. They could be higher than they are, all the way up to the 1 seed. But they could end up even lower than they are. It just depends on how everything plays out. You know, we haven't seen Ben Simmons in what feels like an eternity. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been over a year. He didn't play at all last year. Has it been longer than that? Has it been 2 years? I don't know. And of course, when we did see him, he was with the 76ers, and he wasn't very aggressive offensively as far as shooting the ball. He's said he's been working on that, but we've heard that every offseason from him. So who knows? Who knows where they're going to play him in the offense? Of course, now he's in a new team on the Nets. We don't know how his back injury he had at the end of last year is going to affect him. So there's a lot of what-ifs with this team. And I really decided to put them towards the middle of their situation. So 4 seed they are. At the 3 seed, I have the Boston Celtics. Obviously, losing Ime Udoka is a tough one. He's one of the best coaches in the league, but now they don't have him because of the situation that went down. Also, I just don't believe the Celtics are going to have the same success they had last season. Last season almost seemed like a fluke, but at the same time, they played very well against some very good teams. They went toe-to-toe with the Heat. The Heat were 1 shot away from making the NBA Finals last year. So it's really tough to judge this team. Also, with the addition of Malcolm Brogdon, what's that going to do? Is he going to come off the bench? Is Marcus Smart going to come off the bench? Are they going to be the 1 and the 2, put Jaylen Brown at the 3, Jason Tatum at the 4, and then Al Horford at the 5? Or are you going to put Rob Williams at the 5? Of course, Rob Williams is out to begin the season, so that's going to affect them. Again, there are a lot of question marks with this Celtics team too, but I think 3 is a good spot for them, and I couldn't justify them putting them any higher on this than 3. So, at number 2, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid, They added some defense with PJ Tucker. James Harden is going to have a bounce-back season this year. He's going to play very well. He's gotten in a lot better shape. You could see him just from pictures of him last year compared to this year. I think he's ready to prove himself this year. That last year was a fluke. Last year he wasn't good, but this year he's come back at it. Not back to his previous form, the MVP level, but, you know, somewhere around an efficient 20-something and 9, 20-something and 10. Pretty efficiently. Tyrese Maxey, I'm expecting to take a step forward. Of course, they got some more defensive guys like Thibault. And yeah, I'm expecting big things out of the 76ers this year. And at number 1, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. They got some good guys off the bench. They are going to be very good this year. But again, something like last year, the most important thing about this year is there are a lot of teams that can compete for a championship. I'm looking at this. As of right now, there are probably 6 teams in each conference that can legitimately win the conference finals. Maybe more. So, yeah, this season, I'm just excited that every team has a chance. They're all going to compete. And for those teams that I left out, tank for Victor. Just tank for Victor, honestly. I have some very interesting takes about Victor Wembanyama. So if you guys would like to hear those, just tell me in the comments. I'm sure a lot of people are not going to be happy with what I say about him, but, you know, oh well. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Tell me in the comments if you would like to see me talk about basketball some more. Again, I love talking about basketball, so if you guys want to hear me, I'll keep talking. Trust me, I can do it all day. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it from me. I'll see you guys later. Peace.